Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We've got a showcase for you today, something I've been working on for about a month, 2 months now. And this is a cageless wither rose farm, and it requires a wither, and so that's why it's cageless, because we have a free running wither here. Now of course this is going to be something you're going to want to build in your end, far enough away from any other islands that Endermen can only spawn in the specified location. And we're going to use the Endermen for the wither to kill and create wither rose farms, create wither roses for us. But this will also produce ender pearls and the occasional bit of cobble. And yeah, it looks more complicated than it is. Basically what we have is a self-building spawning platform. And the reason we do this is because the wither can break blocks, and so what we wanted to do was, because as you go away or as you get close, the Enderman will stop spawning, and then that'll make the wither bored. Well, when the wither's bored, he will actually shoot blue skulls and break the platform. And there is a small % chance that he might shoot a blue skull even when he's not bored. So what I decided to do was build 2 separate cobblestone generators on each side. Now the cobble will push up and then it will be pushed across, and what stops it here is we're actually using some, if you'll believe, yeah, we have some droppers right there, and that's what prevents the cobble from creating like a massive wall. Now the likelihood of those being broken, I mean, there is the potential that you may need to do some maintenance on this along the way, but I've had this running for hours and hours and hours, and none of these have been broken yet. So, and part of the thing is we have water across the entire platform setup, and as you can see, the Endermen are teleporting away when they're damaged. All they find to teleport to is water, which makes them immediately teleport back to the center where they can be damaged again. And underneath we have a, let's see, I was hitting the wrong button. This boxed in area underneath here is a rail platform where our wither roses are collected and then shot down a tunnel down here where they can be picked up. We've got a full chest here, and as you can see, we're getting more and more as it goes. We get a little bit of cobble too from it breaking, but by combining that section there, not having water, we don't get too much cobble, and everything's pretty nice with this. It may not be the fastest wither rose farm in the world, but it's actually going to be a lot easier. So let's kill this wither. / kill. That should kill the wither off. Now we can investigate this a little more. So again, water source is right here, and you'll have to block this off before you let it just run on both sides. You're going to want to block it off so that the water will run this direction, and then you can remove the row of blocks here, and then it will then flow inside. Same thing here, put blocks on the outside, let it flow in, and then break them, they'll flow out. So that's basically how the water system works. It's just rows of water columns that drift down to prevent making water sources. And we're actually missing one here, but that's okay. And so then on the inside, what we have is we have this row of source blocks right here that flow inside, and then when we lose a block there, you see the lava, and the cobble is created there. That's where our cobble's created. It is then pushed up. We have a set of redstone here. All this is operating off 1 clock per side, and we have a pretty like 16 tick clock here, 17 tick because of the torch, and so we only need 12 to create the cobble, but this is plenty fast enough to let the cobble be created, then be pushed up. So the timings have set up so that the stuff in the bottom goes first, so that these blocks that we've created down here can be pushed up. And then off of that clock, once we have this going, we then have this set up, which ticks later. And inside of there, we just have some redstone that runs to both ends. And this keeps the delay from pushing everything. at different times. It all keeps it at the same timing. So this one goes off, a tick later this lights up, and then 2 ticks later both observers trigger the entire platform. And push limits are how we're controlling this, and if a piston can't push, it doesn't push, but if it can, so we break that block. The next time one's created, it pushes up, then a block's created. Same thing on this end. Once it has a chance, it will push it and then come up. And again right here. And even if I break one right there, it'll then push up. So fairly simple, pretty cool concept. And I think I may have made the clock a little bit different on this side. I used torches over here just to figure out what might have been the best solution. I really like the observer side. And most of the bulk of this is mainly just to prevent Endermen from coming in. So we've got a lot of extra blocks just to make sure that the spaces are only 1 to 2 blocks tall inside of there. And that's what the farm is. It's collected underneath with some minecarts, or a minecart, and the minecart runs across these 2 or 3, however many droppers. I put several just so it could unload without having to stop. Then it goes into a dropper, which just drops it down to the bottom here. Now obviously what you could do with this is you could actually run this all the way out, and you could AFK at 30 blocks or so out here, enough for the wither to not see you and the endermen to still spawn without creating any problems for the wither. So this farm could actually work really well, and as long as you don't give any other places for other things to spawn, your wither's just going to stay right there. And you know, my best suggestion is to, I mean, you could create a bridge from one of these islands, although this is a lot further away than it seems, just to have an elytra fly out here, AFK for a little while and come back, and the farm should still be in pretty working order. Now the only concern I would have for it is the rail system. The wither could potentially damage this, so keep that in mind. And come up here at some point in time, and you may have to repair this occasionally. But I've only noticed that one time in a long series of testing here. So I'm not really going to do a tutorial unless you guys really want one. This is actually really simple, guys. Really simple. But I wanted to get the idea out there, and I kind of want to see what other people do with it. And I may put together a world download for anybody who's asking for more information about this. So this has kind of been in a world, I should have built it in a different world, but this is in like Line Art Season 1 so it's something I was playing around with anyways. And but anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next video. I hope you did enjoy. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments, and if you have any other ideas, I'd love to hear about them. So anyways, we'll see you later. Bye bye.